I think this patch is a buff for us mechanical players. I think that this patch, like this upcoming patch, is just good in my opinion. I think it allows more skill expression to be shown through the utility in Valorant. And it can really differentiate people that make the right decision with their util versus people that make the wrong decisions with their util. I think it's nothing but good. And honestly, from playing the game, and it's been basically the same thing for, what is it, five years now, I think that it's good to shake shit up to just see how it feels. I mean, if it loads in, it feels awful in ranked, and it feels awful in pro play, bro, just bring back the notch a little bit. Like, just put stuff more into line of what it was. If not, and you discovered something new because the devs actually wanted to like experiment with making the game feel more like a tactical shooter and not get memed as much, then I mean, I think it's just good. I think it's just good. Tell me right now, chat, other than like, has the game been feeling a bit stale as of recently? And give me an honest answer. And this is more for people that have been playing for like a decent bit now. So I'd say like one year and more. Does it feel like it has gotten stale? And so I think it's cool if we see some of these like season shakeups like that League does, you know, where it just completely rehauls the game. Because if League was the exact same game that it was since fucking season 7, I'm sure that like it would have less attention to it than what it does now. Because people eventually would just get bored. If it was just wasn't like always like changing, you know, if it wasn't ever changing. It's cool to see new shit. I mean, the only reason right now that I can tolerate playing ranked right now is because of the existence of Vito, and whenever I play him, because I just want to play something new, you know? That feeling of something new is just like, that feels nice, you know? I feel like they're moving in the right direction for sure. Making mistakes more punishing means making playing correctly more rewarding. Exactly. Yes. And then for whoever thinks that like the game is just gonna be like CS, no, bro. The game is, trust me, very, very different from CS. But just making it more consistent to be a better player, I think that shit fire. I think that shit's fire. Because the one element I did not agree with in Valorant is excessive util dumping and all these like RNG rounds with like RNG mechanics at times. Like, I think spray patterns are whatever it is, spraying more consistent. I like that a lot personally. I do. This is what you want to write in pro play. Coordinated util is too much. Yes, in pro play, yes, it is 100%. Like the idea that I had in my mind for reducing util in the game. Wait, I actually did say increase rechargeables. I did actually. I think I did say this. But the one thing I did say as well was instead of like, I didn't think about like actually nerfing the ult itself. I was like, oh, why don't you just make it so the ults have more orbs, so then they're used less frequently, and so there's more times, or there's less times when there's a round with just 6 or 7 ults in play, and then everyone's just pressing buttons. That's what I was thinking originally. But I do like the idea of having these ultimates and just making them like a little bit skinnier so they don't hit the entire site, you know? I do agree with this. There's like certain ults though that like I hope they don't touch. Like I don't think they need to touch like certain ultimates like KJ ult, or they like I agree with area effect ults like Fade ult, Waylay ult, Breach ult. I think that's completely fine. But if they touch KJ ult, that would be like pretty fucked. If they touch let me see what other ults. Honestly, I think Brim ults is completely fine. I don't think you need to increase, like, I don't think you need to decrease the size of that. Sova ult, I don't think it needs a range decrease. So there's certain stuff that I think you should work as a case by case rather than like just doing all, you know? you know what, the one thing I just realized? They released the anti-util character, but then they just nerfed the fuck out of utility. So do you know what this means? This means that he's like, for the utility that because there's gonna be less util thrown at him, the util that's actually gonna be thrown at him is just gonna be fucking pointless. But also, he's not like, he's gonna be more strong and less as strong at the same time, because there's less utility to be thrown at him in like the mid round. So if you do have your thing up, that shit's just gonna be like, it's just gonna be broken. But at the same time, like, if there's just no utility, you know, like, what's the point of the character? Killing me in a week is crazy. But I think this character actually will get seen in pro play, like I think on Lotus, bro. I think on Lotus for sure. I'm telling you right now. I think people have to try experimenting with him on Lotus. He's the only character that can fully stop like either hit on either attacker side or defending side of main, like A main. Bro, he can actually stop like a main take with like fast util hits. And if people try throwing util at him now with these changes, bro, they just lose everything, and they have to wait so long, and they have to default for a longer period of time. But okay, no Lotus in this rotation. Oh, Lotus isn't gonna be in the rotation. Oh, that's sad. The thought of spraying, but they didn't look at the Odin. Oh shit. Honestly, the one issue that I will say, and I think you're gonna see it more often now, is I think you're gonna see op players flourish a lot more in this new patch. If there's less utility, because have you noticed you haven't seen as much ops as you had in the past? Like, I feel like the current meta right now has been a lot of like 5 rifles. Like, I was seeing a lot of like 4 rifles and an Odin, and that was like kind of like what the established what is it called? The what's it called? You saw Outlaws, yeah. You saw a decent amount of Outlaws, but did you see that many like ops compared to what it was like a year ago or 2 years ago? Because I really have not. I've seen that people are just leaning more into 5 rifle teams. But yeah, if there's less util, then ops are gonna flourish a lot more, and then yeah, probably get to see oppers more often. The one thing, and obviously this is gonna be a hot take in my opinion, is I like the presence of an op in the game. The reason why I like the presence of an op in the game is because the op is basically designed to punish people that take bad peeks. If you're always dying to an opper, you have to think to yourself, why am I dying to an opper? And it's probably just because you're just like taking a bad peek constantly. And the people that complained about getting opt, you just had bad positioning skills. And the one thing that's really like strong in Valorant, like compared to CS, is Valorant, you can jump spot. You can do a jump spot that's really, really hard for oppers to hit. And so you can always, always, always try to at least get info on the opper. What if we complain about Odin? Are we valid? The one thing, oh shit. The one thing I think they should do to Odin, 100, 100, not 100, 200. And then that solves the Odin issues. But then also you can make the map like less wallbangable on certain maps like Lotus.